Illinois area. He's being reunited with his teammate. You know, LeBron James. Remember they were in the Cavs this year together, last season? Oh, wait, no, that didn't work out. They got some championships together that I'm sure they'd rather talk about. And welcome back. You just enjoyed a great game between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Boston Celtics. And guys, kind of like we thought before the game, the Boston Celtics, they just really brought that energy, that grit, that grind that we've seen them play with this year, but really was their hallmark, which was their calling card last year, Isaiah, just coming out playing so well. Even though Julius Randle had 20 and Anthony Davis had 41, when you look at what Tatum and Morris having 31, you would think, wow, I didn't think these guys could score that, but they play so well together. You have to watch out for each one of these guys because they're a danger every night with their teamwork. Yeah,
as you said, you have to watch out for all of them because they play so well together. And, a decisive 13-point, win tonight. Jaylen Brown comes off the bench, gives them 19 and 7. Morris knocks down 31. Tatum gets 21. And the ball is moving. Everybody's playing well together. Defensively, I thought they were a juggernaut at time. Their toughness, their intensity, their competitiveness was on display tonight.
Yeah, this was a typical win last year for the Boston Celtics, especially the last 2 months of the season. Hold the team to around 100. Go out and get yourself 112, 113, just solid basketball. Nothing splashy, but just good, solid, make the extra pass, but really defend. I mean, I was like you, Zeke. I thought their defense was really solid. And a guy that impressed me, I haven't seen him play a lot, is Robert Williams III. He had a couple blocks. Yeah. He's quick off his feet. I know they're working with him, trying to, get him incorporated in. But again, just another nice piece that they have. And when everybody's healthy, he's not going to play. But all of a sudden, there's some injuries, and he gets out there. And the guy he had a couple block shots.
Come on, the
Anthony
27th
Davis
pick of this year's draft. How did he block Anthony Davis's jump shot and then his jump hook? I mean, that was pretty impressive to me.
I agree. He's quick off his feet. So you look at this and think, boy, another nice piece. But just a good, solid win for the Celtics. Kind of remind me of how they played last year.
Yeah, and Williams was known in college for his defensive ability and his athleticism. The questions about him in the draft was, A, is he reliable? Mm-hmm. B, can he be on time? And C, could he be a good teammate? Well, when you join a good team and a good organization, that A, B, and C question is answered and it's fulfilled. They didn't have to put him out there right away. Yep. You see, they got him ready. Now that I think he understands how to show up on time, how to come to practice, how to arrive for the plane, when the bus leaves, how to check into hotels. I mean, all those little things that we take for granted, he had to learn, and now that's part of him becoming a professional.
Yeah, and he messed up early, too. He missed some flights. He missed some stuff.
Yes.
And I guarantee you, my good friend Danny had to talk with him about that. And there's no messing around up there. You're doing it a certain way, and if you don't do it a certain way, you're not going to be there. So, I mean, the kid's lucky to be drafted by them, and be interesting just watching his career develop.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's on Danny and also the culture he's created, because now you go into a locker room with those veterans that are pulling you and say, come on now, Isaiah, don't mess this up. You mess up the whole team run.
Exactly.
You know what you're about to let fall by the wayside by being late. So, definitely those good cultures in the locker room. First, Danny Ainge at the top, but then the guys he put in the locker room will reinforce, those good tenets. And, early in tonight's game, we had a big man battle that we've been looking forward to watching. That's right. They're wearing the same colors, but don't be fooled. They're on different teams. That's Joel Embiid and Drummond. And again, we talk about finishing inside in this day and age. Kevin McHale, how happy are you to see two guys in the paint banging going?
I really like it. I mean, he just put the bully game on him. And someone come over here and stop this. I mean, he's going to the rim with, with intentions of throwing that thing down. And I like this. I still say you've got to control the paint. I mean, you can talk about a lot of other stuff, Chris, all the threes you're making and stuff like that. But big guys control the paint. They make sure people don't drive in there. They dunk it when they're around the hole, and they control that area. And these two big boys had a battle.
Yeah, Mr. Double-Double King Drummond, he does so much. He makes it so much easier for Blake on that end. And Embiid makes it easy for everyone, getting the block, getting it out to Simmons. Simmons gets it out to the corner for the beautiful drive. And Isaiah, I really like when the 76ers play with a little faster pace. I don't know how fast a pace they can play with Embiid, but I like it when they play faster.
Well, they definitely can play both. And as you say, you like it when they play fast. But when they have to slow it down, they got somebody that they can throw it into the post to and make everything work. So The 76ers, they have the ability to play both styles, so they can beat you playing fast, and they can beat you in a half-court slowdown game.
And you just made me kind of take note because I have been looking at, is that beautiful dunk right there, looking at the Raptors, and in my mind saying, you know what, I think the Raptors are separating themselves, even though Milwaukee went in there and got a tough one the other night. But you just mentioned something. I mean, Milwaukee has it in Antetokounmpo, but not in a post player. Where you go to Philadelphia, they'll be able to run or slow it down and grind it out with you during the playoffs. And we're not seeing or needing to see that style of play yet. And I think you're right, as we're going to get a technical, maybe he does have some space, him being Embiid in Drummond's head right there, begging the ref to give him a technical.
I think he wanted to throw it to him. At the last second, he said, I'm going to get fined. He threw it over his head. look at her talking there.
Those two love going at it.
You made a good point, Chris. I just want to finish up on what you said. The ability to be able to punch it in and change how you play in the playoffs makes a big difference. Because a lot of times, I tell people, if you think in Game 6 and 7 that hoop gets bigger, you've never played in Game 6 and 7, okay?
That's right.
You play the same team day after day. They know your tendencies. You make the call, and the guy's going like they run to your spot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Come over here.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody knows what's happening, and that's when you need that big horse like Joel Embiid. And Drummond's doing a really good job, again, scoring more than I thought he was capable and improving his offensive game a lot more than I thought he could. So it'll be fun. Both these teams will be in the playoffs. Get a chance to watch them.
Yeah, and they're going to need Embiid a lot more as you see Butler. He left in the first with the strain growing. We caught up with Embiid after the game.
I was just being frustrated with the way I was playing. I know everybody took it out of context, but I love everybody. I love my teammates. I love the coaching staff, and I think everybody that knows me knows that. But me being frustrated, and because I hold myself to a really high standard, played a role in whatever that was said. But I had a conversation with Coach. That's something to figure it out. It starts with me, but there's a lot of adjustment that we can all make. But it's just a frustration of playing. I never really been in that situation. Usually, it's like even if I'm in a slump, it's 2 or 3 games. But I feel like it's been going on for. I don't know if anybody has been paying attention, but for 10 games. But also is because I hold myself to a certain standard. But it's the past. We moved on, and everything is great.
How do you feel you performed tonight? It felt like you were getting better as the game went on.
Oh yeah, I was definitely rusty, sick maybe, and I was kind of tired. The other that was frustrated with them resting me, and usually because I know myself, I usually getting out of shape so fast. It doesn't matter if I miss a day or two. So I was kind of tired, but with the game, as the game kept going, I got better. I started feeling comfortable on the court, and with the help of my teammate, especially him, we got the win.
He did get the win, and congratulations. And this man right here, Lance Stevenson, he's been struggling his last 11 games, only averaging 4 points, 32% field goal. But how about this for a bright spot? He's shooting 36% on threes this season. He entered this season with the career of 30%, so he's letting them fly from beyond deep.